Good morning, welcome back. My name is Kirsten. I buy and sell vintage antiques, collectibles, second-hand, anything I think that I can sell online and in antique centres. And this morning it's a dreary sort of day. It's Thursday and we are popping back to Louth to the old Coach House Antique Centre, where I've had a booth upstairs for quite a while, but we took on a new one last week. So we're going to go and check on the new booth, but today is predominantly a day to work on my old booth and see if we can revitalise it. Predominantly we're thinking of doing a big reduced section, and then once I've cleared a lot of stock, then I can look at restocking different things. So car is loaded, dogs have been left with treats, and we're on our way to Louth. It's just starting to spit with rain, which is a bit of a shame. We added a few bits to the booth downstairs. While Darren did that, basically, I came up here and rearranged things, had a bit of a tidy up, but mainly took stuff off, changed the prices, and set up some reduced items on the shelves. You'll see it in a minute. I've made some labels, and luckily managed to fit it all on there. The clearance shelves. So I'm hoping by the time we go back next week, some more bits will have gone off there and I can add some extra bits to the clearance shelves. And there's some nice bits on there. And there's that German salt glaze, which I really like, and there's some lovely glasses, including some Babycham glasses. So who knows? Jenny got barged.
Hello, Jen.
Jenny got barged. Right, let's put this in my office. Hello again, it's Friday afternoon and I've got a little bit of a haul for you. I mean, that's making it look better than it is, because those two boxes are not part of the haul. I went to Burgh Antique Centre and I swapped over some stuff, and that's the stuff I brought back. It was some Hornsey, and mainly Hornsey to be fair. So I'm going to get that ready to price up for Louth at some point. But the other bags and bits and bobs are a haul of things. So I thought we'd have a look what we managed to pick up today on a very grey and drizzly day. And Darren's just looked at the weather forecast and it looks like the car boot's a no-go tomorrow. So just as well we got this stuff. So let's start unpacking and have a look what we got. Okie dokie. Let's start at the very beginning. We've got 3 of these big foil pictures. Can you remember we got the 2 big ones before from the car boot? It was those 2. They were in different frames, but it was those 2 pictures. Well, we sold them and they sold pretty quick. So when we saw these, we were like, yeah, we'll have them. So we've got that one, and then this is one we've not had before. But very happy with those 3. I mean, they're not our favourite things, but if the others sold, then the chances are they will sell too. Now, I know Darren's the picture and print person, but I really liked this. Ranuncular. Well, I think that's ranuncular. It's just ranuncle. Is that German or something? But I just thought it was a really nicely framed picture. So we got that. We got a really nice bamboo-y magazine rack. It's quite a sturdy one. So that will probably go at the booth. In fact, it will go at the booth. I don't want to have to pack it. It's not my thing. I got loads of these type of baskets. I sold a big sort of job lot. They were actually ones that I'd had at the shop for putting Christmas decorations in, and I didn't need them obviously anymore. So I sold them, and they went for okay-ish money. And so when I saw all these, I said, yes, I'll have them, and I can do some job lots on eBay. So I just pulled all these lot out because we just sort of stacked them up. I hadn't really properly looked at them. Some nice ones. They're nice, aren't they? Anyway, this one was in there. Isn't that lovely? Tulips painted on a wooden base. The basket. So maybe I'll sell that one separately. Thought that was quite nice. Now, the other bits are nicely wrapped. So I think what I'll do is I will put my phone on my tripod thing and get the bags up on the table and have a look what's in there. I can't even remember what we bought. It is so dark today. I've had to put the big light on, so I've had to lower my table right down and get a chair, because otherwise the light is just glaring at my phone while I'm doing this. So it's a bit of an odd position for me, because normally when I do videos I'm standing up, so it just feels weird to be sitting. Okay, let's have a look. This is the stuff out of the first bag. I have not unwrapped it since we picked it up, so let's have a look. Obviously, I did see it earlier when we bought it, but I just can't remember now. Oh, I'm going to put that to one side because there's two of those. Ah, there's the other one. There is the other one. So I've got two of these really cute little vases. So they're a brownish, almost treacle glaze, but then they've got these splodges of blue and dark blue there. Aren't they lovely? And they are Guernsey pottery, little pair. Really like those. So that's that. Bubble wrap. Oh, hang on. It's tidy as we go along. There we are. I'm taking prices off because it isn't necessarily what we paid for them, because he totted it all up for us and then we paid a price at the end. So there's no point with saying this is what we paid for it, because it's not really relevant. This pottery plate, isn't that lovely? Pansies, I would assume they are. I think it's Isle of Wight pottery. Really nice. I do like that a lot. Not sure what I'd use it for. I think I'd have that on my dressing table just to put like my rings in at night if I was taking my rings or earrings off or whatever, rather than using it as for food. But you could use it for like putting biscuits on if you had people come round, that kind of thing. What's this? Oh yeah. Don't know. It's not something that we've sold before, but sometimes you just want to try something different. So it's like coat hooks. A man with his horses and his plough and brass. What's in here? Oh, a little brass cat dish. That's sweet. And I think, yeah, it's two of them. So I've got a pair of those. What's this one? Oh, just a little leaf dish, brass one. Isn't that lovely? What's that? Oh, a little bit of Indian brass. Well, I think it's Indian. almost look, yeah, no, that's Indian brass, isn't it? But can you see the detail on that? It's a little footed dish like that. And then it's got more detail around here, around the foot. That's just beautiful, like a mandala almost in the middle there. Really nice, really pretty. Do you like that? And then a copper pan. Like a cherub or a baby or whatever holding up a plant pot, a bowl. So what would you put in there? Would you have a plant in there, or would you put some grapes or some cherries or something in the top there? I really like that. And then this was really random, but I quite like random stuff. I'm not even quite sure what it is. It's a cat. Candlestick, maybe? Do you think? I can't think what else it would be. But look at his face. He's really cute. There's no maker's mark. It's got this lusterware bit at the bottom here. I have literally no idea who's made this or what it is particularly. I'm thinking it's a candlestick, but I could be proven wrong. But isn't that cool? Just random. Right, let's get the other bag. See, the only thing with these glasses, if I look down, they just fall off my face, which isn't ideal. We did buy a few mugs. So we got this one, which is an IKEA one. So we thought maybe there's value to IKEA mugs, you know, after time. Do they become collectible? We don't know, but we thought it was worth a gamble. So there's this one, which is an IKEA one. We thought we'd give it a try and learn something. This feels like another mug. Oh yeah. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? And inside it says Midsummer Ball. And it's a Julie Dodsworth for Queens. I just thought it was a really lovely mug with all the hearts all over it. So we went for that one. This feels like another mug. Oh. Darren and I just really liked this. I don't know whether it's got any value. And we just kept putting it back going, no, we don't need it. We don't need another mug. And then I said, you're going to regret it if you don't buy it. It's got a very Scandi feel about it, hasn't it? Again, it's Queens. Queens by Churchill. Sienny. Leafy. Isn't that lovely though? I suppose it's a bit like the Orla Keeley kind of pan. Not really, but you know. I just really like it. And blue and white, can't go wrong. What is this one? Oh, there's a pair of these. Hang on. Little candle holders. I just thought they were really lovely. I love the way the light just bounces off them as they turn around. Party light, so I don't think they're very old, but yeah, I just think they're really, really nice. And you can't go wrong with nice things, can you? What else? Oh yeah, so this is Delft pottery. Little vase. There was a little certificate thing with that. There you go. one of these. There's two because there's another piece and I don't know which one goes with which, so we'll work that out. But yeah, isn't that lovely? So there's that one. And is this the other one? Yeah, no. There, with the peacock on it. Isn't that cool? I love that. What's the other one got on it? Just flowers. Okay, so you know it's not going to be a haul unless there's some studio pottery. So a lovely rustic looking jug. Unusual handle because the handle's higher than the actual top of the jug. So your hand's quite high, but I like that. Really nice neutral colours, very farmhouse. Oh, another little unusual candlestick. Well, I'm assuming it's a candlestick. I've bought it thinking it's a candlestick, but I'm assuming that your candle will sort of sit in there. Am I wrong? What else could it be for? I just thought it was unusual. And I like unusual things, and it looks handmade. It's got like the line, you know, where they've cut off the glass and then they've polished the pontil. So yeah, that looks handcrafted to me. Oh, another bit of studio pottery. This time, blue. Isn't that nice? A sort of dusky blue. It's got a sort of duskiness to it. You see how much further down the handle is? In comparison. And then it's got a white glaze on the inside, and then this terracotta that shows all the way around. And the only thing I did notice is it's got a tiny little chip, but on the base. So it's not going to make any difference. There is a maker's mark, so hopefully I can do some investigating. There's that one. Pair of candlesticks, really nice quality oak candlesticks. Yeah, got some age to them. Really nice, really nice. Love how you can see all the grain of the wood changing all the way around, making them very individual. Lovely. Nice to have a pair. Oh, this is so cute. Little milk jug with a cockerel on it. Isn't that sweet? It does have a maker's mark. Actually, I do recognise that. I recognise the maker's mark, but I can't remember who it is. But I know that I've had stuff made by that potter before because I remember that mark. Whether I worked out who it was is another matter altogether, but I know I've definitely bought stuff with that maker's mark before. Looks like a H and then an M almost connected. And then I got some brass candlesticks. They're actually they're small, but they're very heavy for their size. Feel really nice quality. There's no, sometimes it says made in England underneath, but I can't see anything there. But yeah, they just feel like really good quality. Solid. Put those there. I'm trying not to sing. You know, you say solid, then my brain goes solid as a rock. You know, that. Does your brain do that? Yeah. And I have to sort of stop myself. Oh, here's another little studio pottery, like a biggish mug. Isn't that nice? Has it got a maker's mark? No, I don't think it does, but isn't that nice? Nice size. That's a good size mug. I mean, I quite like that shape, personally. I'm all for that shape, but that is quite nice. Oh, I just spotted this and thought, I really like the colours. It's a handmade pottery bit. It's a little bit rough around the edges. You can see around here. But can you see where the drip of the glaze comes over? There's a matte and then a gloss, which is really interesting, this textural feel. And then inside, ta-da, a bit more colour. I really like that. You see, it's just a little bit rough around the edges, and then it's that underneath. Looks like LKC. Yeah, I really like the difference between the matte and the gloss glaze on that. Really like it. And then the bolder colours inside. As I say, it is a little bit rough around the edges, but thought it was worth a punt. Oh, of course, some more studio pottery. Another little studio pottery mug. Is there a maker's mark? There is. Can I work out what it is? Oh, again, it's one that I'm pretty sure I've had before. I think I'll be able to work that one out. It's like a circle with a line through it. Hoping I can work out who that is. And then the final thing feels like a mug, so let's see. Oh yeah, I just thought this one is very retro looking. I don't know how old it is, but isn't that just a cool, colourful retro mug? It is Staffordshire Potteries, made in England, so it's got some age to it. Yeah, really like that. What do you think of our little haul? Not bad for a Friday afternoon. What's my favourite thing? I mean, daft as it sounds, I do really like this mug. I really like this with the weird sort of glaze. Whether I'll be able to sell it, I don't know, because it's kind of like maybe a bit too rough. The brass candlesticks are very nice quality. The detail on that is just so beautiful. And then the light shining off these. Lovely. Oh yeah, and no, I think this is probably my favourite thing. The dish with the flowers on. Really like that. I'm very happy with all of those bits. Some of them will make their way to my website, but let's see. Hi again. It's Saturday morning now, and I thought I'd better finish off this vlog. But I've been hit by that weird anxiety that just gets me every now and again. I can't quite put my finger on it, can't explain it, but it just takes away my YouTube confidence. So I thought I'd just finish off with this little voiceover. Beautiful morning. Darren's been busy again. The dogs have just been watching, keeping him company. And at this point, Benji came and jumped on my lap. So I think they're ready for cuddles. So I hope you had a good weekend, and I hope you enjoyed the vlog. If you could leave me a comment and an emoji and a thumbs up, all of the above, I'd really appreciate it. And if you want to see more of Darren and the dogs, then go and have a look at our other channel, Gardening with Dogs. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon.